Okay, you guys, we are back, and in this video, we are gonna talk about Kanye West and Bianca Censori, because I see a few critics, they seem to be a bit confused about a video that I did when I spoke about Kim insinuating that Kanye and Bianca's relationship is toxic. And in that video, I said, I believe Kim. So people are like, what happened? Don't you like Kanye and Bianca Censori anymore? What's going on? And I definitely understand your question, and I can see that you've missed out on a lot of videos. And I know that if one individual has that question, care, or concern, a few others may very well have it too. So let's talk about it, right? Because it's not that I don't like Kanye and Bianca anymore. It's just that I'm not good with being a hypocrite, right? I can be a bit of a hypocrite because hypocrisy makes you civil at times, especially, if you're working in the corporate world. You may see your coworkers gossiping about you, but then one of them may know something that you don't. What are you going to do? Are you going to have malice, or are you going to, friend them up and insist that they teach you because you want to know? You want to be good at your job, and you want to just work and get along with everyone. So you know what they think about you, but you're not going to create any animosity in the workplace. You're going to, be a bit of a hypocrite just to get along, right? And you're going to do a good job of doing your job, because if the person who despises you teaches you something that you don't know, you can only get better, right? And that's me. So when I say I'm a bit of a hypocrite, that's me, but I'm not entirely a hypocrite, right? So I have to speak the truth where I see it. I spoke about believing Kim as it relates to Kanye and Bianca's relationship being toxic, because Kanye basically shared with us that their relationship was toxic in a newsletter that he wrote. He really admitted to treating her bad. In the Yeezy newsletter, he said because he was on nitrous oxide, he treated his wife bad at time, and I think his word was even verbally, using verbal words to her that were distasteful. He never said verbally abused, but I think he said, he even said distasteful, angry, mean words to her, right? Now also, apart from that newsletter, because if you haven't seen the newsletter, I think Kanye's post still has it up. The newsletter comes from the time that he announced that he was suing the nitrous oxide dentist, Thomas Connolly, right? But if we should take that out of the equation, we heard Kanye singing Bitch, Run Off With My Maybach, right? We can say, bitch is their slang for their music. And if he and his wife has that understanding of him calling her a bitch and she's okay with it, once it's being used in his art piece and she's okay with it, we can feel a way about it, but it's up to Bianca to know how she feels about such, labels, right? But for many of us, we would say that's not something you refer to, when it comes to your wife. And if we should move on from that, remember he said she ran off with his Maybach. He has two Maybach, and one should be his, one should be Bianca. Because when he lost everything, whatever Bianca's intentions were, and still is, she was right there beside him. When most women would have said, okay, Kanye, you're over and done with. She took whatever chance, whether it may be for personal gains or not, the mere fact that he had someone beside him, I think that was the most important thing. So to know that she was with him when he had nothing, and he was gonna sing, and he's singing about bitch running off with his Maybach when he had two, and he was willing to give those two Maybach to his friend The Game, but you're gonna sing and say bitch run off with my Maybach. I think that's very disrespectful and very distasteful, because this is a woman who sat with you through everything, right? No, someone also said I shouldn't entirely blame Bianca. I did not entirely blame Bianca. I questioned her intention, because I'm saying, and I've always made it clear, and if I didn't make it clear in that video, let me apologize, but I've always said, how do you sit down and watch your husband being delivered canisters upon canisters of nitrous oxide, and at some point in time not set up a sting operation with the police or something, or not taking a frying pan and knock that man, to his upper parts? I did say that, so I don't entirely blame her, but I still question Bianca every step of the way, because it's so loud. What is going on with Kanye is no secret at this point. It is so loud that how can you not question her? Because we can say that Kanye is stubborn, and he's one who normally runs away from getting help. He believes that people are out to get him, and it's not entirely in his head. It is half true, and half, hallucination, because when his daughter is telling him to get help, and he believes that his daughter has become his enemy because of that, he's really unwell. So I'm just saying, when Kanye was with Kim, Kanye was the best version of himself while he was mentally unwell. That was the best version of Kanye, because Kim and her family, they managed to hide a lot. They managed to keep him in a positive light, and he was still doing his stuff, and not many people could tell that something was going on. And when he was out of line, Kim would defend him and come online and defend him, and she did it until she could not do it anymore. So I'm just saying, there are things you can use to tell that their current relationship is exactly as Kim says it is. Well, she didn't say it outright. She basically gave hints that their relationship was toxic. There are things that we have seen that has proven it to be toxic, right? And it's not just bitch run off with my Maybach. At one point he said bitches want babies and security. And he said that after the media outlet said Bianca decided that she would go back to Kanye West if they would have a child together, right? Because she believes a child could fix him. And I was like, no, a child cannot fix Kanye West, because ever since Kim was pregnant, every time Kim is pregnant, he would intentionally leave the country. That would only make things worse for him. And I said, I don't know why Bianca would want to bring a child into the equation, knowing that things are so bad with them. If 4 kids did not fix him with Kim, number 5 is not going to fix him with Bianca. So as such, I said Kanye needs to work on his mental health, and he needs to have a consistent path of treatment going for him, because if he doesn't, the money is going to keep Bianca for so long. After a while, not even the money will be able to stop Bianca from leaving. So I've always been honest and transparent in my delivery. If you want me to cheer on a bad situation, I can't, and I will not. Kanye needs to get consistent help, whatever method works for him, whatever method he's comfortable with, he needs to just get it done. That's just my point, and he'll have a better quality life overall. That's just my point. But let me know if you guys get it, and if you don't, let me know as well. But we'll talk some more in the comment section. Peace.